I gotta do it all. I gotta do all three.
And we can't fail on daily.
Alright, boys, girls, give Miss Jones your attention.
Hi. This is gonna look a little different, but you guys know that I am trying to be a teacher, so I have to turn in lessons to my teacher, and I have to let her know that I know how to teach a lesson, okay? So today, you guys are gonna help me practice. I'm gonna do the lesson. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna do great, okay? So you guys have been learning about decimals, right? Give me some differences between whole numbers and decimals. Samuel.
A whole number is more like full, while the decimal is like split into like parts.
Okay. What else? Isla?
Decimals are like parts of like a whole. It's a fraction of the whole, and whole numbers are the whole. Like
Right.
if I had 3/3, that's one whole.
Right. And what does a number with a decimal point have that a whole number doesn't? A decimal point, right. So we're going to talk about comparing and ordering some decimals, okay? And it's a little tricky, but we're going to give you the legit steps to make it easier, okay? So first, let me scoot out. Can we all see?
Yes.
I can barely see it. Okay. So we're going to start by...
Okay, staff, we have one more round.
Perfect
of
timing.
Bingo. 2 o'clock. I'm going to call out 10 symbols
Thank
this
you. You're
time.
welcome.
So we have the word February, affection, Cupid, bouquet, hug, and then we have the pictures of a strawberry, of the kissing emoji, the blowing the kiss emoji, the candy bar, a white lily, and then a little group of yellow and red flowers. So it's the word February.
With decimal points, right? So we're gonna start, sorry, we'll not start, but we're gonna continue with comparing each place value starting at the
The first, the ones.
Zero.
okay, which is the
Whole number.
if you're looking for like greatest to least, you would look
Highest.
wonderful. You're gonna start with the highest. We have to remember this because when you're dealing with your decimals, sometimes your ones place or your tens place, they're zeros, right? Your decimals can start after the decimal point, which means we need to know, sometimes we're gonna compare numbers with that start at the 10th place, that start at the 100th place. So we need to know that we're gonna start at the highest, no matter what, okay? Then, if the numbers are the same, we're gonna move in what direction? To the right. So we wanna pay attention to the order that you're asked for. Least to greatest means
Smallest to greatest.
smallest to greatest, smallest to biggest, right? And then your greatest to least means
Biggest, smallest.
the smallest. And then remember when we used our zeros for our placeholders, so now we're going to remove our zeros. We still want to keep our numbers the same of what they put in the problem, right? Sometimes we do those zeros to help ourselves. Now we're going to take those away and stick to the numbers that they gave us, okay? You're going to take off any zeros that you added. So let's practice this. We're going to start with comparing. We're going to use our signs. We're going to start with, what's this number? Somebody tell me. Yell it out.
4 3/10.
Good. And what is this number over here?
4 299,000.
Wonderful. Love it. Okay, so what's my first step?
So, line up them.
By what? Line up the number by the decimal points, right? So we're going to start and then 299,000. Oh, y'all can't even see. All right. Now, our number on the bottom has more digits, but I want them to give me the impression that they're looking the same amount of digits. So what am I going to add?
2 zeros.
2 zeros in what places?
Hundreds.
Good job. So where are we going to start? Isla?
In the tens. No, the whole numbers.
Okay, and what is that place? In the ones. Good. And what do we notice about the ones? They're the same. So what do? We can cross them out if that helps. And we move where?
To the right. No.
Right. And now what place are we in?
The tenth place.
Good. And what do we notice about the 10th place?
The 3 is bigger than the 2.
The 3 is greater than the 2. I like that you guys are using your vocabulary because that's exactly what Ms. Atkinson is going to look for, right? So you guys telling me that the 3 is greater than 2. So now we know what?
4 3 tenths is greater than 4.
Good. Say it louder.
4 3 tenths is bigger than 4 and 299,000.
Right. So here we literally see how we have more digits, but what happened?
The number changed.
The number didn't change. We have more digits with 4 and 299 thousandths than we do 4 and 3 tenths, right? But more digits didn't mean what?
Greater.
Right. So when we go back to, what's this number?
4 and 3 tenths
Is what?
greater than 4 and 299,000.
Wonderful. Okay, let's try the next one. What's this number?
82 and 500,000. No. 82 and 500,000. 82 and 500,000.
Okay, good. Now, so, hold on, let me back up. Let's start with lining up our decimals, okay? Okay. What is our second number?
82 and 1,500.
Good. I want the same amount of digits, so what am I going to do?
Add an extra 0.
Okay. Where are we going to start? In what place? Okay. And what do we notice about it? So where do we move?
To the ones place.
To the ones place. What do we notice about the ones place?
The same.
They're the same. So where do we go?
The tenth.
Okay, to the 10th place. What do we notice?
The same.
So where do we move? What do we notice?
They're the same.
Okay, they're the same. Now, we say 82 and 500,000 differently than we say 82 and
1,500.
right, different names, but when we line up our decimal and we look at each place value, we notice what?
They're the same.
They're the same. Different names, same value. So when we go back up here, what are we going to say?
Equals.
And somebody raise their hand and tell me what you're going to write when Miss Atkinson says justify your answer. Rachel, what are you going to say?
That 82 and 500,000 is also equal to 82 and 5 tenths, and 82 and 50 hundredths is also equal to 82 and 5 tenths.
Yeah, and how did we get to that answer? How did we find that out? Samuel?
Because even though we say the two numbers different, they're same value.
They're the same value. Wonderful. So what we're going to do, this third one, work it out with your elbow partner. Sorry, I pointed to the word problem. This third one, do it with your elbow partner.
I circled I circled the, I don't know if you can do this one, I circled the different numbers.
Okay, back to me in 3, 2, 1. Raise his hands. I want you to take me step by step. I want my numbers to have the same digits. I want my numbers to be lined up, the whole thing, okay? Go ahead. What's your name? Remind me. Karina, go ahead, Karina.
First you line up 0 and 16 tenths with
16.
hundred
Good.
with 0 and 1 tenth, and then you add 0 to 0 and 1 tenth
And why are you adding that 0?
to have equal value,
Equal value or
equal digits.
digits? Good.
And then after that, you first move to the ones place, but they're the same. Then you move to the tenths place, but they're also the same. And then you move to the hundredths place, and they're the same.
Okay, Sam, we're gonna do one more round and then we'll start back up at 2. So the last round for this morning is the word dear, D-E-A-R, the word heart, the word flowers, and then the picture of a cupcake and the picture of the sign language, I love you. So it's the word dear, heart, flowers, a picture of a cupcake, and then the sign language picture of the I love you symbol.
Okay. Karina, go ahead.
And then after that, you see that 0 and 1 tenths is less than 0 and 16 hundredths.
Great. So when I come back to my problem, I'm going to say 0 and 16 hundredths is what?
Greater than 0 and 1 and 1.
Wonderful. This last problem, let's do it with our elbow partners. Okay? And we'll check it together.
Okay, let's just go like how what order do you think? So 6 is the same for all of them. 3 are the same word. 4 is greater than 4. That makes it 3. So what order did friends finish? So do you want to
So yeah, we let's do the greatest.
So 6 tenths and 4 tenths, and we point it to there. And the second one that was the greatest is 6 and 39. Yeah, that was good. And then 6 just because it's bigger, longer. I haven't reached
No, the order should be 6,000. Oh, and so it is. And 4 pounds. Greatest to smallest.
something really good that I heard was Isla saying, oh, so we're looking for what, Isla? What did you say you were looking for?
We were looking for the greatest to the least.
I like how Isla pointed that out because sometimes that's not what we're looking for. When you have a problem in a decimal and maybe you're looking for the smallest, can you think of a time where you would look for the smallest? Where you would want the smallest?
A race.
Okay, a race. And why?
Because when you're running a race, you want to have the shortest possible time, not
Right.
the longest time. 'Cause
Right.
no one would pass the start.
Exactly, that is perfectly correct because you're looking for the shortest time. This is not the case. We are looking for the greatest, right? So, Isla, I'm gonna stick with you. Tell me what you did first.
So I first lined up my numbers for Maria's, which is 6 and 375,000. And then for the next one, I did Andy's, which was 6.4 tenths. And then I added 2 zeros to all line up the numbers. And I first went to the ones place and noticed they were the same. So I crossed that one out. And when I went to the tenths place, I realized that the 6 and 4 tenths was the greatest because it had a different number in the tenths place. So I put that one as my first one. But then
Let's pause there. Sorry. Let's pause there. Isla noticed that the 3s are the same, but the 4 is greater than the 3. So we already know that who is in first place or who had the greatest. Sandy, right. So that's right. Sandy finished first. Sorry, I'm off the camera. So can we do anything else with our 10th place? No, but we're still looking for how many places? 2. So now, where do we have to go?
to the hundreds.
To the 100th place. Isla, tell me what you found in the 100th place.
On the 100th place, I found that the 9 is greater than the 7, and 6 is 39 hundredths. So I put that as my second one.
Right. So that lets us know that Henry finished what?
Second.
Second. Good. Which means we automatically know that who finished third? Maria. But to keep going, we would then look at what place? The 1000th place. If we had another contestant with as many digits as Maria, then we would compare the two, but we don't, so we know that she finished last, right? How do you feel about it?
Good.
Yeah? Do you have any questions?
No.
Any confusion? Okay, so we're gonna move on to our practice, okay? Here it is. We are doing the same thing that we did just now. Where are you gonna start? What are you gonna start with? Samuel?
You're going to start with lining them up,
Mm-hmm. And then what?
and then you're going to line up the decimals, and then you're going to look at the ones place, and then if they're the same, you're going to go to the 10th place. If they're the same, then the 100th, and then, which I highly doubt, but then you move on to the 1000th.
Yes. Okay. All of them? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're doing all of them?
Is it double-sided?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You're starting on the side she showed you first.
You
Answer
feel
key's
good?
already on the board.
Yes.